Nobody cares how busy you are. The cure to working less and having more fun. How many times have you responded to the how are you with busy, right? Where is it that we get our rocks off on thinking that, busy is the equivalent to not being lazy? And we're better than all those lazy people, right? That, we've earned the right to have a scotch at the end of the day because we put in such a damn hard day, right? And, we're working hard. It's either ego or it's naivety. Because it's ego that thinks that that's the only way it can be done, or it's naivety that thinks it's the only way to be done. But I can tell you something, you may be accomplishing a fair bit, but you're no friggin' fun to be around. Let me share with you how our coaches and clients are running multiple successful businesses, taking amazing vacations, having a lot of fun in the process, and even laughing once in a while with their kids and families as they go through the process. So what I want to share with you today are the 3 keys that we've found to having more fun while taking some more time off and actually becoming more profitable. And the first one is defining success in your ideal. Now that's something that's very pivotal and core for us at Full Circle. And the reason it is because it allows you to get the clarity that you need to know whether in fact you need to be running the $1 million business, whether in fact you need to see those extra people or spend that extra time and energy, at the business. Keeping up with the Joneses can be a full-time job and it's not very damn rewarding, right? We got a proprietary process called defining authentic success. And with only one exception, every person of our thousands of clients who's ever gone through that exercises have found that it costs them less than what they thought it would to live their life in their authentic ideal. Hey, let's face it, folks, the Western culture mythos says that more is bigger and bigger is always better. It's not true. There's no free lunches. There's always equal pain and pleasure in all things of life. I used to think making more money was just a big pleasure. There was no pain until my accountant called me early in practice and he said, I got good news and bad news. Which do you want first? I said, give me the good news. He said, you made a whole lot more money you did last year. I said, yay! I said, what's the bad news? He goes, you need to write a check to the government for taxes for 38 grand by Friday. Yikes! Okay? So, you know what? If you're not going to buy completely into this thing that you got to be busy all the time, what if you actually, as we've recommended many clients to do, what if you cut your hours and raised your fees? You wouldn't have to be as busy, and I guarantee you that you'd be making as much, if not more money net, and you'd have time to interact with the kids. You'd have time for that workout. You'd have time for those hobbies that you've long been ignoring. And people say to me all the time, yeah, but coach, I don't think people would come if I raise my fees. That's not true. If you buy into scarcity consciousness, you're going to think that, that's possibly true. But we live in an abundant universe. There's more than enough people who want the type of service that you offer for the fee that you offer. So again, get clear about your definition of success and look for options and strategies to minimize the amount of business you've got in your business. The second thing I want to chat with you about today is to define the times with which you work and you play and to pre-plan those things, pre-schedule those things, okay? In our time management system, what we advocate for is to take time and break it into 3 clusters: be time, do time, and have time. And the thing that most people think about is they think about just, all of the do stuff. No, you always start by clustering in and scheduling in your have time. And we recommend that you have at least one full day a week where you do nothing associated with your business. You just have the fruits of your labors and enjoy your life. It's good for the soul. And let's face it, gang, when we're not just talking about time management here, we're talking about energy management. Because in the world that I live in, and I've proven this many times to clients, is that if you are truly refreshed and recharged, which is what a half day can and should do for you, you're going to be able to get as much done in an hour as you ordinarily would in 2 or 3 hours of just plain time management. So get it scheduled, get it on the calendar, cluster the time, get the have time, get recharged, get refreshed, and watch how you have a whole lot more fun and you get a whole lot more done, end up being more efficient, more effective, and more productive. You can have your cake and eat it too. The third and final thing I want to chat with you about today is to add more fun into the thing that causes you stress. Your work environment, your workplace, right? Hire fun people to work with. I'll tell you, my young marketing team, Rick and Mike from the Meraki Marketing Group, I'll tell you something, they're a lot of fun to hang out with. The fun is one of their highest values and they're just fun to be with. You can't help but smile a little bit when you're interacting and working with those guys in a meeting or in any sort of an environment, okay? How about some fun times at work. How about you've got like, you know, jeans and dress casual Fridays or throwback Tuesdays, right? And you know, and speaking about that, why don't you actually get out for lunch with your team once in a while, at least once a month, if not maybe even once a week, and just have some fun and challenge each other to be courageous enough not to talk shop while you're out for, you know, for that lunch or that dinner, right? Plan big events based upon, you know, accomplishing goals. One of the things that my company advocates for is having an AGM every year. And you know what? The last couple of years actually, we flew the entire team down to Florida. We rented a gorgeous big home at a VRBO, and we had catered dinners, and we had a ton of fun, and we also got a whole lot done. So add more fun into your workplace environment, because fun actually equates to increased efficiency, effectiveness, and profitability. So if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, you're feeling a little bit burnt out, you overthink, you overanalyze everything, try and build more fun into your life, into your business, right? By following the 3 steps that I simply laid out, just defining success for yourself really carefully, really clearly, defining the hours that you work and you play, and then just injecting more fun into your workplace. And seriously consider, folks, right? Raising your fees and cutting back your hours. I can tell you, it's terrifying. I've done it many times. I remember one of the first times I did it in the early 90s. Hell, I was terrified. I went to an all-cash practice, raised my rates by 15%, cut my hours by 33%, and I took a 2-week holiday. I can tell you something, I was terrified, but it was authentic for me, and it was, the universe is always conspiring to support us with things that are authentic to us, and I can tell you that the outcome was phenomenal. I was having way more fun, I was more efficient, I was more effective, and I actually net took home more money at the end of the year. So again, this is Dr. Tom challenging you to be more so you can do more and have more of what your heart authentically desires.